So in this tutorial, I'm going to answer this question. Is there any way to stop IGDM conversations from being listed as a lead in the CRM? Yes, we can filter out different reply channels so that they are not processed in the regular way that other leads are being processed. If you're using IGs for a different reason, IGDMs. So let's get into it in the CRM. So basically we go to automation and we're just going to set up a simple workflow to filter these people out and to, put them through some different process. So let's go into leads just to keep things kind of tidy, as these are kind of maybe unwanted leads in a sense. So let's go to create workflow. We'll start from scratch, and the trigger we are going to use is a customer reply in a particular channel. Okay, so it's going to be reply channel. In this case, Instagram DMs. So replied by IG. So there we go. And if you want to add another channel, for example, we can do say another one like this. You just simply add a second trigger. Reply is by Facebook, for example. Replied by Facebook Messenger. Oops, Messenger. There we go. So if those are the triggers, if somebody replies via these channels, then we can now do something. So the first thing I really want to do is I want to make a wait step, because if you look at your workflows in the Music Teacher Pros app, there is a leads workflow that triggers upon any content creation, no matter the channel, right? So I want to kind of let that fire first to do its thing. And then after it's finished, I'm going to kind of undo some of that and remove some of those steps that were done, because it's kind of just easier to set it up like that and just not have the two workflows kind of conflicting with each other. So I'm going to do a 10-minute wait here to let that initial lead workflow kind of fire off and do what it wants to do. And then we're just going to undo some of it and cancel some of that stuff out. So wait 10 minutes like this for that initial workflow to kind of get started. And then we're going to simply, we can do things like add a tag. So add a tag, let's say not a lead. Okay, so you might need to add this tag. And then what that means is every contact that comes through via IG or Facebook Messenger, 10 minutes later, we'll get this contact tag. And that means you can kind of filter people via this tag. Like in the contacts area, you can see all the people who have this tag via a simple filter and sort of do what you wish with them. So add a tag, add tag, not a lead. Let's make things nice and clear what's going on. Then it's really up to you what you might do. So you might, delete the contact if you wanted. You might sort of just edit the conversation to sort of maybe mark it as read and maybe archive it if you don't really want to see it there. Mark conversation as read and archived. Perhaps maybe this might be what you want to do, maybe not. And something else you can do is remove from opportunity. So remove them from your pipeline, because they would have been added to this pipeline. So now you can just simply remove them from there so you don't see them. So remove from leads pipeline. There we go. And that is, kind of what you can do. You can obviously just check out some of the actions here that you might wish to do. But basically, yes, if somebody replies via IG or Messenger, the system is going to sort of track that as a contact, but they don't necessarily have to be lumped in with the other leads or be dealt with as leads. So you can obviously just kind of have certain channels kind of doing different things over here. So let's give this workflow a name, filter out IG and Facebook contacts. So obviously you can do more with this if you wish. So all you'd need to do to set it live is click this button from draft to publish and then hit save. I'm going to save it so it's here ready if this wants to be used or be used as a template. But I want to go now to the general lead workflow to see if we can kind of tighten this up a little bit. So I'm going to go back to workflows here and go to this one, which is obviously the general leads workflow. So all leads go through this, or all contact channels. Couple of things you could do here. One, you could just instead of doing contact created, you could obviously filter perhaps by you could have a different trigger, right? So you could have bits and pieces like contact replied via channel XYZ. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it though. I think this is still a perfectly good trigger. But what I would do instead is do a condition if, and then do if contact workflow is active in filter out IG and so on. So is the contact in is the contact a Facebook or IG contact? So that's going to be a yes. Oh, sorry, wrong thing here. That's the condition. Yes or no. So I'm going to put yes there. Is the contact a Facebook or IG lead? At the moment, it's going to say if they are, then put them down there. I don't want that, so I'm going to actually move all actions over to here, right? So what that means is the contact a Facebook or Instagram contact? Then if they are, it's going to simply just do nothing, right? It will just end. If they are not from Facebook or Instagram created, it will do the rest of the stuff that it normally does. Okay, now we can go ahead and save that as an update, perhaps, but we want to make sure that this one here is the way you want it. So just make sure that these triggers, we've got Facebook and Instagram. Perhaps you only want the one, but I wanted to display how you can do multiple channels. And obviously now we're sort of segregating, like if they come from Facebook or Instagram, they're going to go through here instead. They're going to be kind of pushed away to the side, whereas everybody else is going to go through that regular main lead workflow. Okay, so when you're happy, you would just go ahead and publish that and hit save, and you are ready to start filtering out certain leads from your CRM.